you take 2 times 3 times 1 won't change anything, just like that. You do that, and then you're going to say 2 will cancel this 2, leaving 3. So what happens to that? Then you multiply 3 by the top there. That's the first one. So you're going to say 3, because 2 cancel the 2, bracket a plus 1. Again, minus 3 cancels 3, leaving 2. The 2 multiplies that top. So what are gonna have? We are going to have 2 bracket 2 minus 3a, and then plus 1 there will go into, if I say times 1, so 1 will go there, remaining with 2 times 3. In a way, it's like that. So it's 2 times 3, which is 6, times the top, which is a. I sing that. Hello once again, our most valued student. My name is Confident and welcome to our question 3 of the NCV level 2 mathematics, and this is the revision, and we are looking at the November 2021 paper. And as I said, this is the third video, and if it's your first time to come in contact with this channel, I will encourage you to subscribe so that you can be notified every time there is a new video. This is a great opportunity for you to prepare for your final exams and do the best under the circumstances. And by circumstances, I mean anything that is challenging you. This YouTube channel has got you in mind. So if you are struggling with your maths, especially for you guys who are doing their level 2, 3 and 4, this channel is meant to grow with you and assist you as you continue with your studies. So as I said, we have done the first question, the second question. Now let us look at the third question, and mainly it's algebra, and the third question is out of 24 marks. So let's look at question number 3, and the first question here is 3.1, and it says factorize the following, that is 3.1.1. so if I can bring, this is 2 marks. So if I can write this, what we have here is p squared y minus 2p cubed y. So p squared y minus 2p cubed y. And if I am to bring this clearly to you, say, okay, we're supposed to factorize. Factorize meaning we need to take out what is common. So you need to identify and ask yourself, what is it that is common? The first obvious one that I can see here, you start with the numbers. So there is a hidden 1 there. So there is nothing to say you can take out between 1 and 2. So the numbers are not going to make any difference. But now, if you look at the simpler one that you can see is y. You can see that y is there and y is there. Let me just divide my page here and do this so that you can understand what I mean when I'm saying I'm factorizing. Alright, so the next one, you can see that I can take out y, but now look at p is another common one, but I've got p squared and I've got p3. So you always take out the smallest power. So the smallest power is p squared. So what does it mean when you're factorizing? It means you take that p squared y and you take the 2p cubed y. Now this is the same, p squared is same as saying p times y, and p cubed is same as 2 times p times p times p times y. That's what it means. And then when you're factorizing, it means we are dividing by what is common. So in this case here, we are dividing by py squared, y p squared or py squared, whatever. Let's start with p. So we're dividing by p, which is this one here. So we're dividing by p times p, because it's p squared times y, and this one also we're dividing by p times y, because we call it the common, what is common. Look at this, the p cancels, the p cancels, and the y cancels. So if nothing remains, don't say nothing, you just write 1 and 1. It means 1 remains there. And then on the other one, the p cancels, the p cancels, the y cancels, and you see the 2 and the p cancel. So that becomes your answer to say, in the first one, it's 1, then you maintain the sign minus 2, and then you saw that p remained. And then that is it. You get yourself 2 marks. Now, looking on to the next one, 3.1.2. It says, what are we supposed to do? We're given, let me write that one, 3a minus 6b minus 3ab plus 6b squared. So we are supposed to factorize, and this is 3 marks. So it's a bit more, having more marks than the other one. So let's look at this. If I have here this question, and I'm supposed to factorize. Now, you need to be careful now when we call this factorizing by grouping. Meaning, what you need to do is to group them into 2. So you look at the first 2 and ask yourself, is there anything common? And you look at the second 2 and ask yourself, is there anything common? So in the first 2, if you look at what is common is 3a minus 6b. You can see 3 and 6. 3 and 6 is common, but don't focus on the numbers, focus on the letters. So there is nothing common between a and b, so you can actually do what is called rearranging. Now when you are rearranging according to the letters. For example, focus on a. I can say here 3a. I look for the other one that is called a, which is that one. Now I take everything minus 3ab, you see that? Then I can focus on the rest, minus 6b, you maintain the signs, plus 6b squared. You are maintaining the signs because nothing is jumping the equal sign. It's before the equals, it's after the equal sign. Hence the signs maintain. So you see 3 was positive, minus 3b, minus 6b, and plus 6b squared. Then now look at it again. What is common? You can see a is common first and foremost. Look at the letters. But of course, we also have 3 and we also have 3. So we can take out 3a. And I told you, when you are factorizing, it's more like you're saying 3a over 3a. So we're looking at the first 2 here. And then you can see that if you cancel that and cancel that, you have got 1, 1. So you have got 1 minus. You move on to the next one. It's 3ab over 3a. The 3 cancels, the a cancels, only b remains. So it's 1 minus b. Now when you're factorizing by grouping, you need a similar bracket, that is 1 minus b. But let's continue. You put a positive first. Forget about the signs. Put a positive and ask yourself, what is common in the next 2? You can see there is b and b squared, so b is common, but also 6 and 6. So we are going to take out 6b. But when you're taking out 6b, we are dividing. So the first one is 6b over 6b. The 6 cancel, the b cancel, 1 over 1, bracket, you always put a bracket. Now you don't have, this is a negative 6b. So you'll have minus 1 in this case. Are you seeing that? So it's a negative 1. And then plus, again we have got 6b squared is 6 times b over 6b, the common factor. Then cancels, you can see 1b is remaining. So this is that. Now equal to 3a. Now it's 1 minus b. Now look at this. Now I want you to be careful of this. It's 1 minus b. Now if you look at the brackets carefully, this is 1 minus b, but this is minus 1 plus b. The signs interchanged. So what you do is you take out a negative sign. When you take out a negative, it will affect that positive so that it becomes a minus. So that you'll have minus 6b bracket. Now you interchange. When you took out a negative, the negative becomes positive, the positive becomes negative. So now what you have now becomes 1 minus b. Look at this now. 1 minus b, 1 minus b. You have merged. It has merged. So you've got equal to 3a 1 minus b minus 6b, and it's 1 minus b. So now if this is now the same, you write that bracket as 1 minus b, and then you write what is outside the bracket, which is 3a minus 6. So you're going to say bracket 3a minus 6b. But is this done? No, because you can still go on and say, but there is something common between 3 and 6 on that. And what is common? You can take out 3 from that. So you're going to take it out. How do you write it? You write it in the front there as 1 minus b. And then since you took out 3, so here you'll be saying 3a over 3. You cancel. You have got a minus, and then you have got 6b over 3. 3 into 6 is 2. So you have got 2b there. Then this becomes the answer. Someone can argue and say, couldn't you have done it here where you're supposed to take out the common number? Yes, you can take out the 3 already here to say 3 bracket. You divide by 3, you're left with a minus 2b minus ab plus 2b squared. It was still gonna be fine to take out 3 first, but I chose to take out 3 at the end. So that will give you what? This will give you your 3 marks. Alright. Now look at the other one. I'm looking at this one here. It's 2 marks. I don't think it will actually it needs a little bit of work. I don't know why they made it 2 marks. It's a product sum, which is 6a squared plus ab minus 12b squared. They want you to factorize this. It's just 2 marks, but in other areas you discover that it got good marks, so they want you to factorize that. So how do you factorize this? Is I usually use what I call the product sum. So what do? In here I use the product sum. I take the first one and the last one, I multiply them, and then the center one becomes my sum. So my product here, p, which is I say to multiply, it's 6 times 12, and I think 6 times 12, actually within sign, 6 times negative 12, not just 6 times 12. So you're multiplying 6 times negative 12. So 6 times negative 12, which is negative 72. But you maintain the letters. It's negative 72a squared b squared. You maintain that. And the sum is what is in the center. There is a hidden one there. So it's positive 1ab. When you have done that, the product and the sum, you look for the factors, but you're looking for the factors of 72. At the beginning, you're looking for the factors of 72. So for the factors of 72, we are saying, how do you find the factors of 72? Factors of 72, first one is 72 times 1. Let's start with okay, factors of 72, which is 1 times 72, and then 2 times, I think it's 36, and then it's 3 times, we are saying 3 divided by 72, it's if I can say 72 divided by 3 is 24. 72 divided by 4 is 18. 72 divided by 6 is 12. So 72, so we have got 4, we have got 6. So here 3, I think I got 28. 4, let me do it again. I think I lost that. So what I have, it's 72 divided by 3, it gives me 24, not 28. And then 72 divided by 4, it gives me 18. And then 72, so it's 24 and 18. So here I got 24, I got 18, and then in the other part it's 72 times, this is a 12, because that's why I started. And then 7, it won't have 8, it's 8 times 9 will give me 72. And then after that it will be 9 times 8. The moment you repeat the factors, it will be the same. So look at this, we're looking for two numbers. When we multiply them, we get 72. So all of these will give us 70, but we need 72. But we're not only looking for 72, we're looking for a negative. So one of them must be negative. So you can make the first one negative, or you can write a similar thing. 1 times negative 72 is the other side. 2 times negative 36. Do you see how I'm doing it now? 3 times negative 24. 4 times negative 18. 6 times negative 12. And 8 times negative 9. So we have got these. Now the sum is the determiner. You need then to add these factors. You just add them, and that's your sum. That's why you wrote plus. When you're adding these factors, one of them will give us the answer. So you can see that we need a sum of 1. So if we can add two far numbers, minus 1 plus 72, this can't give me a 1, this can't give me a 1, but here I can get a 1, you see. But even here, this can't give me a 1, but here I can get a 1. Now let's take the calculator and investigate those two. The first one is what? The first one is negative 8 plus 9. It gives me a positive 1. And the other one is 8 plus negative 9. It gives me a negative 1. So we are looking for the one with the positive. So you can see it is that. Then I can rewrite this and say it's minus 8. The factors here is minus 8 and 9. You just put an x here. Put an x, so it's minus 8x plus 9x. So when I come here, I can say 6a squared plus ab minus 12b squared is equal to 6a squared. Remember the factors, we say it is this one, negative 8x plus 9x. So I can say now minus 8, actually it's not x, it must be ab, minus 8ab plus 9ab minus 12b squared, which is equal to, look at the first two. This is now factorization by grouping. What's common in the first two? Between 6 and 8, 2 is common. Between a squared and ab, a, and you do the same thing we're doing when dividing. 2 into 6 is 3. A into a squared is a, minus 2 into 4, 8 is 4. A will cancel there to remain with a b. We need to come up with a similar bracket, which is plus. What's common between 9 and 12 is 3. ab and b squared, it's b. 3 into 9, it's 3. b will cancel to remain with a. 3 into 12 is minus 4. B will cancel to remain with B. Now look at this, similar brackets. So this was the last grouping. Similar brackets, that's what we wanted. So that equal to 3a minus 4b. And what is outside the bracket is that, which is 2a plus 3b. then we've managed to factorize this kind of an expression here, and it gives us 2 marks. Alright, so the next one says what we're done with that 3.1. 3.2 is where we are now. We are supposed to simplify the following. They gave me that and it's 2 marks. So what are they giving here? It says x squared minus xy minus y squared, and then I've got x minus 2y. I'm supposed to simplify this. So if I'm simplifying this part, now the question is, just need to study it and ask yourself, why give me this? Why are they giving it like that? We need to expand, because here to simplify this, it's a matter of, in this case they wanted us to expand. So if I can expand here, I will have, in this case, let me do this. You are allowed to do this. Just know that you're allowed to say x minus 2y. You're allowed to rearrange, and then you've got x squared minus xy minus y squared, so that you can have the 2 only here, so that you can say x times x. You distribute that. It's FOIL method. You see that, and then at the top we have got minus 2 times that, minus 2 times that, minus 2y times that. That's what you have. So let's start with the first one. So x times x squared, it's x cubed. See that? X times minus xy, so x and x is minus x squared y. Then x times y squared is minus x y squared, and then minus 2y times x is minus 2x squared y, minus 2y times minus xy, it's negative 2 and negative 1 there, it's positive 2x, and then it's y squared, and then minus 2y times minus y is positive again 2y cubed. Then you look at common things. So you've got x cubed. Look at what's common. It is x squared y and x squared y. Bring it together. So it's minus x squared y minus 2x squared y. Apologies, while I'm recording this, rain just started, so if you hear some background noise, sincere apologies for that. There's nothing I can do at the moment. Just want to finish with this one. Minus x squared y squared minus xy squared. The square is on y now, and then plus 2xy squared is common, so you will have here minus xy squared plus 2xy squared, and then the last one is plus 2y cubed. Then you can add what is common, x cubed. These two will give you, because there is a 1 minus 2, it's minus 3x squared y, and the other one minus 1 plus 2 is plus 1 xy squared plus 2y cubed. That is simplifying in some form here. And then what about this one? Simplify the following: a plus 1 over 2 minus 2 minus 3 over that. Let me write this down. I'm supposed to simplify a plus 1 over 2 minus 2 minus 3a over 3 plus a. So I'm supposed to simplify this. They made it 4 marks, and my question here is, why the largest mask like that? But look at this. This a, just to simplify things, so when they say plus a, you are right to say a over 1 once, so that you look at the numbers. So you just take these denominators, you take 2 times 3 times 1 won't change anything, just like that. You do that, and then you're going to say 2 will cancel this 2, leaving 3. So what happens to that? Then you multiply 3 by the top there. That's the first one. So you're going to say 3, because 2 cancel the 2, bracket a plus 1. Again, minus 3 cancels 3, leaving 2. The 2 multiplies that top. So what are gonna have? We are going to have 2 bracket 2 minus 3a, and then plus 1 there will go into, if I say times 1, so 1 will go there, remaining with 2 times 3. In a way, it's like that. So it's 2 times 3, which is 6, times the top, which is a. I sing that. Then you open the brackets. 3 times a, 3 times 1, which is 3a plus 3, and then minus 2 times 2, minus 2 times 3, which is minus 4. Negative 2 times 3 is plus 6a, and then at the end also here outside is plus 6a, all over 2 times 3 is 6. This further simplifies to say collect like terms. 3 plus 6 plus 6, so 6 plus 6 is 12, 12 plus 3, you have got 15a, and then 3 minus 4 is negative 1 over 6. If you can simplify further, these 6 affect each one of these, which is 15a over 6 minus 1 over 6. Just know that. Then you can simplify that to say 3 into 15 is 5, 3 there is 2, which is 5a over 2 minus 1 over 6. It means also you have managed to what? To simplify. Alright, then solve for x in the following equations. Now I just want to do this one, it won't take long. So it says what? 2 marks 10 to the power x is equal to 1. But what is 1? Any number to the power of 0 is equal to 1. So you can maintain that base. You can say 10 to the power of 0, because 10 to the power of 0 is equal to 1. Now when the bases are the same, you equate the exponents. Then therefore x is equal to 0. So the answer there, x was equal to 0. Are you seeing that? Don't forget that. You just equate this to 0. Let's look at the other one. The next one, that one is 1 over x plus x minus 2 is equal to 0. Now that fraction is the one that is going to affect everything. So you multiply by x, each item by x, wherever there is a plus or minus, you multiply by x. That you cancel. So what do you have? You have 1, let me make it a bit of space. You have 1 plus x times x is x squared minus 2x is equal to 0. So you rearrange this. You have got, you start with x squared, the next one is with x minus 2x, and then plus 1 is equal to 0. If you use the product sum, you'll do the same thing here to say two numbers that you multiply, you get 1, and you add, you get minus 2. So you'll have here x squared minus what? X minus x minus x minus x is minus 2x, minus x times minus x is plus 1x squared, and then plus 1 equal to 0. I use the product sum faster. Then you do this one. What's common in the first one is x, which is x into x squared is x, minus x into x is 1, and then you say plus 1, which is negative x plus 1 equal to 0. You see, I just have to take out a 1 there, but interchange the signs here because you can see that they are different. Take out a negative, which is x minus 1. The positive become now minus 1. You interchange the sign, which is x minus 1 equal to 0. So what do we have? If you look carefully now, you have got this in the brackets, which is x minus 1, and outside is the same thing, x minus 1. But remember, this is equal to 0. You can now say that bracket x minus 1 equal to 0, or the same bracket x minus 1 equal to 0. It's just that it's the same. This, you take it to the other side, so x is equal to 1, or similarly here x is equal to 1, or you can say x is equal to 1 twice. It's still fine. So that is how you can solve this question here. Let's look at the other one, 3.4. This question says solve the following inequality. They gave me this, and let me write it somewhere. I have here 1 minus 3x is less than or equal to 3 minus 5x. I'm supposed to solve this inequality, and if I'm solving this inequality, look at this. It says 1 minus 3x is less than or equal to that. So how can you do? Take minus 5 to the other side, take 1 to the other side. So it will be minus 3x, negative 5 will become plus 5x is less than or equal to, then you've got 3, the positive 1 will become minus 1. So minus 3 plus 5, it's 2x, is less than or equal to 3 minus 1 is 2. But how do you separate 2 from x? You divide, because it's multiplying. Opposite of multiplication is division. So x is less than or equal to 1. That was that, to solve in here. And then solve the following simultaneous linear equations algebraically. And if I can just look at it and say this is what they're giving me, let me take it down also. They are giving me 3x minus y is equal to 27. That's the first one. The second one is 3x plus 2y is equal to 9. So I've got 3x plus 2y is equal to 9. Now look at this. 3x minus y is equal to 27. 3x plus 2y is equal to 9. So now this is a simultaneous equation that needs to be solved. So look at this. What do you do here? It's not complicated also. You have to say which one is what. So this is equation 1, that is equation 2. The good thing is, look at this, they are matching. So when they are matching like that, you don't have to struggle. You just roll off. You say, how can I get a 0? You subtract this equation 1 minus equation 2, such that you've got 3x minus 3x, this will go, and then you will have minus y minus 2y is equal to, same thing, 27 minus 9. See that? So it's minus y, which is what, there is a 1 there, minus 1 minus 2 minus 3y is equal to 27 minus 9, and I think it's 18. Divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3, and then it will give you now our value for y, which will be y is equal to negative 6. But now we need the value of x. Remember, you can take any. 3x minus y is equal to 27. You can choose that one, but we know y is negative 6, so 3x minus 6 is equal to 27, because we can do this. So you've got 3x minus become plus 6 is equal to 27. Take the positive 6 to the other side. We've got 3x is equal to 27 minus 6 and 3x is equal to 21. Then from here you are solving, divide again by 3, and then you're saying x is equal to 7. Then you get two answers. X is equal to 7, y is equal to minus 6. You go to the original here to say x is equal to 7, y is equal to negative 6. Test on both equations. It must give you the answer. So it's 3 times x, which is 7, minus y, which is negative 6, equal to, you see, you get 27. And then 3 times x is 7, plus 2 times y is negative 6. It must give us a 9. There is a 9. So it means our answer is correct. So guys, as I said, I was just moving a little bit quicker because it's revision, but I've got lessons that I have for you NCV students for maths. Even maths literacy, I'll be bringing it, but this was just to kind of give you a exam ready preparation. I hope this is of benefit to you. If you are benefiting from these, guys, this is a new channel, brand new, fresh from the box content with you in mind to bring you revision as much as you can. So subscribe, share it as much as, please share it as much as you can. I want this channel to grow as fast so that many people can also benefit from it. We've come to the end of our lesson. Thank you.